y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is well. Got a story that I want to share with you. Came directly to my email today, May the 22nd, 2024. So I need to share it with y'all because I was blown away that they're talking about this. So today they're talking about advances in AI, renewed interest in smart cities. The timing of this is really important, and who's involved in the interest is also important because it is Alphabet, which is Google, basically, and all of its conglomerates. So let's get into this story. So in 2017, the city of Toronto announced a partnership with Alphabet's Sidewalk Labs to develop a showcase smart city along the waterfront. See, this is why you ain't gonna want to be in the city. You don't even know what types of backdoor investments these large technology companies have made, or these secret deals that they have made with your local governments. If you live in a city or a coastal city where they can experiment and people like money. It's just very interesting how these things are taking place at this time. But anyway, the plan was ambitious in scope, covering everything from mobility to housing affordability. You notice they keep on talking about affordable housing, affordable housing, affordable housing. This is why. This is what it's all about. And I've been talking about this for the last maybe year or so. But I've been telling y'all stuff that you need to look for. These buzzwords, these terms, they sound really good. People gonna need some place to stay. They need affordable this. The rent is high, but everything is a scam. And like my girl Pamela says, a flim flam. Um, you can't uh, ignore these words because they mean something. They're going someplace. They're taking us someplace, and most people don't really understand it. They hear, the political uh, uh, aspects of these words. Affordable housing, rent is high. We need to help the poor. We need to help this, and they always have women and children and black people and brown people as the face of these movements so that you will be compelled to support it. But what people don't realize is that they're supporting their own demise. So it says covering everything from mobility to housing affordability. And mobility means like transportation, walkable cities, public transportation, bike lanes, that type of thing, electric vehicles, electric vehicle plugins, bikes, e-bikes, stuff like that, with strict rules governing data privacy. Almost immediately, the Sidewalk Labs initiative fell afoul of criticism about the use of data generated by the development and privatization of urban development. So notice urban development has been privatized. It is no longer a city planning or state planning thing. Now these corporations like Google are investing in urban development. In May 2020, Alphabet announced the project's cancellation, citing economic concerns related to COVID-19. That's not really true. What they did was they made everybody go in the house so they can lay them damn broadband lines down and put them new poles and purple lights and shit up. Excuse my cussing, but I am just so over the children of the corn in all of their shenanigans. And the way that they always act like they're so concerned and they were so nervous and they were always worried about money. No, they made us go in the house and watch TV and listen to Twitch, Club Quarantine, and watch all sorts of stuff on television while they were outside moving stuff around, digging ditches, making the internet better and faster so that they can create these smart cities that they have planned for us. So Alphabet announced the project's cancellation, citing economic concerns related to the COVID-19 pandemic. This high-profile failure cooled interest in smart city initiatives around the world. So this was a global thing, and it has to be global. Otherwise, the world's biggest search engine folks wouldn't be involved in it. So you got to also understand, like, I'm on YouTube now, so they're gathering data from everything that I use to access this site. Same for you, you're watching me. They're gathering data from any device, from your house, from your Wi-Fi router, everything that we do. They are collecting information on us, and they're developing these cities and basing it off of the things that they have learned from us over a period of time. So it's really scary the way that these demons just watch over us. I've never seen people so uh, just concerned about what we do so they can control us. It is almost, it's not human. That's what I can say. You have to know this type of technology and this interest cannot be godly, because nobody normal is waking up wondering, how can I lord over people today? How can I watch somebody and be nosy um, today, all day long, all night? This is my job, is just to watch you. Like, that's not even normal. At a basic level, a smart city requires advanced infrastructure, okay? Implementing sensors on critical infrastructure is only beneficial if collecting and processing the data is possible. From a collection standpoint, a smart city will require some combination of a robust fiber network, like I was talking about, that made us go in the house so they could lay down all these broadband wires all over, everywhere in America, including rural America. Widespread Wi-Fi 5G connectivity, which is why the kids had to stay home from school and learn from home, and everybody needed a computer, and they gave you free internet access. But notice the free internet ended this year. Uh, it's crazy. Or a wide area network like a LPWAN or low RAN WAN. LoRa, LoRaWAN. Another critical piece of the infrastructure system is a system capable of processing all the data collected by the smart city, which could include, listen, video, audio, sensor data from street lights. Y'all remember I brought y'all that story about the street lights? Go back through my old stuff. It was like some of the first stuff that I did, but I told y'all about these street lights. Streets, they're going to get data from streets, pedestrian traffic areas, and more. Certainly, some of the data would require the use of generative AI. That's the AI that's supposed to be the God. But much of the analysis and optimization would be handled by standard AI. Not all aspects of smart city would require a centralized AI powered brain. A great deal of the responsiveness to sensors and optimizations could be handled at the point of use through edge computing. Another way to optimize a smart city would be to create a digital twin of the city. This is a digitized version of the city that could be optimized for flood resilience, traffic flow, and sustainability without disruption to actual city residents. The creation of a digital twin would be a massive undertaking requiring detailed knowledge of critical infrastructure and a real time awareness of resident behavior. So, if you think these people ain't watching everything we do, you are sadly mistaken. They're listening to everything we say, watching everything we do. This is how you know we're going to be persecuted too. So, I'm laughing about it. It's not funny, but I'm just laughing about it because, like, I mean, they like tell us everything that they're gonna do. If you don't pay attention, you won't know. But if you live in the city, you really should be getting out of them. Critics of smart cities focus on many of the same issues that sunk public perceptions of the Sidewalk Labs initiative in Toronto. And if you live in Canada, you need to get out of there. If you live in any children of the corn pilgrim country, if you can leave, you should be leaving it. You should be fleeing them. Just say that. They should stay if they like it. But I'm sure there are some children of the corn who don't like this either. So the condition is though that you have to like us, because if you don't like the true children of Israel, then you might as well stay in the children of the corn country, because your fate gonna be the same. So you better repent, learn some new ways, and understand who the enemy is. It's not us. The people not to like is not us. They don't look like us. Data privacy is a massive issue. London CCTV network already draws criticism of its Orwellian oversight of ordinary residents. A smart city would combine this type of visual data with multiple other sources of information. Cybersecurity is another issue. A hacker capable of undermining the security of a smart city will have almost unlimited scope of mischief making. Finally, there is the real bias built into many of the existing data sets for things like crime statistics. So they are admitting the crime statistics are biased. An algorithm that uses prior arrest data to dispatch law enforcement whenever certain groups gather in public would be a dystopian outcome indeed. So this is the essential intelligence report for today. So I want to share it with you so you all can see what these people are thinking about. They're getting ready to reinstitute this sidewalk lab initiative, and they're just not doing it in Toronto. They're really doing it all over the world. They're doing it even in little small towns, because I've read about projects, literally affordable housing projects that are required to do this sort of thing, and they have tied it into resiliency rebuilding or resiliency development. And affordable housing is a huge thing now. So as the economy fails, you're gonna have a bunch of people who are homeless, a bunch of mamas with children sleeping in cars and tents in the street, and people are gonna be screaming, "Hey, you need to do something! You need to do something! You need to do something!" And all of a sudden, these skyscrapers that are abandoned by these corporations who move out of them are gonna be turned into smart apartments. These new apartment complexes that are being developed, and I mean they are pushing over old strip malls. I mean, they are putting up smart apartment complexes everywhere. Affordable housing is how they're going to get people into these smart cities. You might as well, just start paying attention to what's going on in your community, because they're already doing it. They've basically already told you the playbook. This is the playbook. So there's no way for me to put this on my in the comment section or in the description, because it comes to my email and it's not public. You have to actually subscribe to this. But if you would like for me to, I could copy this and paste it in the comment section so that you can actually read the entire thing. And, that's pretty much the only thing I can do, because this is a PDF. I just printed it from my email. But I want y'all to know these people have been planning this stuff for a long time. You see, 2017. It's 2024. That's 7 years ago. So just keep in mind the adversary plays dirty, plans early, and has mark on all of our backs. So if you're living in the city, you need to get out of it like right away. If you are thinking about affordable housing, think again. I can't tell anybody what to do, because, again, I don't know what types of circumstances would come about where somebody would need to do that. And I don't want to judge anybody. I can't judge anybody. But all I know is I got me a tent that sleep 5 to 6 people. So in case I got to stay somewhere and I need to keep the elements off of my head, I could sleep outside and be okay. Um, I'm not going in affordable housing because I understand what it is. And if you live in one of those fancy apartment complexes that have 6, 7, 8 stories, and they got the key fob to get in the door, and you don't have a key to open your door, and your thermostat is controlled, um, Wi-Fi is included, like that is your future of affordable housing. That's the motto. The only thing that's missing is universal basic income and the mark telling you when you got to worship, when you can't do stuff, which is coming because we've already talked about it on this channel. So again, if you have not taken the time to go, if you're new to the channel, please go back through some of my old stuff because I've been talking about this stuff for probably about 2 years, maybe a little longer. And again, it's one of the reasons that I got booted from Medium because I started spilling the tea. So if you want to know why I have this type of content and I don't have that many followers, it's because I talk about stuff that's like not many people are talking about, but it's stuff that will impact everybody, but especially African American Black people harshly. So y'all make sure you are paying attention to what's going on in your towns and your cities. Even if you live in a rural place, you need to pay attention to what is being developed, how it's being developed, who's coming, who's buying stuff, who's opening businesses, the ethnicity and religion of those people. All that stuff is important because it's going to change where you live. And if you live in Babylon, I just this is the future. Um, you're going to be in an open air prison, basically. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High for guidance and wisdom on how to navigate these strange times. And pray that you are found worthy to escape what's coming. So even if you don't have the resources, you don't know how you're going to do something, pray and ask the Most High to, give you a solution or make a pathway for you because I do believe that he's not going to allow people who are awakened, his chosen people, his elect, to be caught up in the snares, especially if you're paying attention. I just feel that deep down in my spirit because, like, there's no way I could be just knowing this stuff. I wasn't paying attention to this stuff. Like, I was always aware, but I was not this in tune. I was not this motivated. And I just feel like I have a mission and I'm trying to do my best to warn and wake up as many people as possible using the ways and the methods that I have and that are, within my gifting. So do what you can for your people in your community, but try to wake up and warn as many people as you can because this thing is coming fast. If you look around there, building, 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 they put up all these new electrical boxes and all these things they put on these light poles. I told you about my friend who works for a utility company, a co-op in a large city, and he was telling me they had a deadline of April 7th to have all this stuff in place. So they have these deadlines, and they've been meeting these deadlines because dollars have been tied to them. And if you don't understand why it's so important for us to know what's going on at all times, you're going to be left behind when the bad happens, and it's coming very soon. All right. Love y'all. I'm out.